Okay, so let's see this. Definition 3.12. Product satisfaction, process life cycle. Product satisfaction, process life cycle. The direct relation between the user satisfaction and the business satisfaction is how can both of them satisfy the product satisfaction legacy to reach the endless process for the product in an e-marketing environment, as shown in Figure 8. Thus, for the product to be endless or sustainable will depend on the level of user satisfaction for the specific product, and if the business satisfaction accepts the degree of the user satisfaction or through an important route of the specific product, then the business will initiate the product production. Therefore, the product satisfaction process life cycle has contained and to be illustrated in a process route the user satisfaction life cycle and the business life cycle on the basis of the product satisfaction life cycle. Meaning, if I wanted to relate the linear progression with the user, which is independent and ambiguous, I had to have a product satisfaction definition and process that the user satisfaction can relate to them and the business satisfaction can relate to them. It's basically, let's take an example. I speak Arabic and somebody else is speaking French, like my daughter. Okay. I can never understand French and she can never understand Arabic. So what do we need? We need a translator. Now the user is my daughter, French, and the business is me, Arabic. But the translator is the product between us. So now, through the translator, the user can understand the business and the business can understand the user and they can have a life cycle. Okay. So definition 3.13, product satisfaction process lifetime is the change by increase or deterioration in the satisfaction requirements until that state of satisfaction process is determined. Now the satisfaction is always known by its deterioration, but increase. Okay, let's say I have a factory. Okay, this factory makes 1,000 product units per day, and my sales and marketing director came to me and said, I got you the most magnificent deal in the world. Yeah, we need 1,000,000 product a day. Say what? I make 1,000. I cannot make 1,010 in a day. You want me to make 1,000,000? He says, yeah, and I signed on it. Ooh. It's like, ciao. So satisfaction can be by positive or by negative. Okay. Again, you want another? This one is nice. Now let's say in football, you give them money, you give them initiative, you try to infuse them. But then, let's say in the English Premier, they start really hard, but at the end they all collapse. Why? Because the English Premier does not care about the product, the user satisfaction or the business satisfaction. It only cares about itself, the product satisfaction. That's why it will never be sustainable. I mean, the performance evaluation of the matches will start high and then collapse because it has increased product satisfaction. Okay. Okay. Now let's go back to definition 3.14: product business process lifetime. Product business process lifetime is the change by increased audit relation in the product business process life cycle satisfaction requirements until that status satisfaction process is determined. Now, the product satisfaction again, product business process lifetime. Okay, he took here only, I took here only the product business process. And when I say I mean I. And my papers, I only uh, 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 reference myself. I only reference myself plus the ISO, but I don't like the ISO because ISO is like specific requirements that you need to be to achieve them, but they never tell you how to achieve them. I want you to be the first in school. Okay. How, Poppy? You need to study hard. You need to pay attention. And at the end, they all do that. And after the exam, there's someone in the first place, someone in the second. Why? Because you give them quantitative satisfaction only. You don't give them qualitative satisfaction. How to achieve the life cycle satisfaction, not the lifetime. Okay? Some things I'm going to say, it's not going to make a whole lot of sense, but I assure you at the end, yeah, that's right. Yeah, that's right. Okay. So again here, products process, business product process lifetime. The product business process will not have, or product business process life cycle will not have a sustainability if the business and the product cannot satisfy themselves in the lifetime. Will never achieve. So the business product lifetime sustainability will help in the product business user life cycle satisfaction. Okay, back. Okay, here's the user satisfaction. The user satisfaction lifetime definition. User satisfaction consists of ambiguous variables, quantitative and qualitative, that makes satisfaction requirements of a user true, and the actual manifestation of the status of the user satisfaction will identify its abstract concept process. And here this is very intelligent. Why? Because when you go to a user, you say it's independent and ambiguous. Okay. But the process could have different performance evaluations. Meaning, for me, it's always about the value. Okay. So I look at the value, right? Now, I always go to 70% discount. Now, if I find something, doesn't matter how it much cost, initial cost, could be $10,000. But if I find it 70% and I like it, I'll buy it. But if it's not expensive in the first place, I'll not look at it. Now this quantitative and qualitative requirements differ from one user to another. And so the process, as we're going to see in the applications, okay? So the process will identify the abstract concept of satisfaction or satisfaction process. Definition 3.9, user satisfaction life cycle. User satisfaction lifetime. Okay, let's see users now here, the user satisfaction lifetime. For each user, his lifetime will be different from the other. So he will have requirement 1, requirement 2, requirement 3, and then full quantitative and qualitative requirements that makes a user satisfaction true. User satisfaction lifetime true. Okay, so let's see the life cycle. User satisfaction life cycle. As shown in figure 3.6, is the maximum of an abstract concept intended for physiological, qualitative, and physical quantitative variables. Therefore, presenting as ambiguous requirements that make user satisfaction true, whereas the actual user feedback/response of the state of satisfaction will classify the abstract concept of the process of the user satisfaction life cycle. I don't know if this is understandable or what. It's really straightforward, meaning the user satisfaction life cycle is the maximum quantitative and qualitative requirements, physiological, qualitative, and physical quantitative variables. Therefore, presented as ambiguous requirements that makes user satisfaction true. But the process, remember when I said you as a user seeing this, you could two people sitting together on the front of the same presentation right now, and this one says his satisfaction is 20%, and this one says his satisfaction is 20%. But when you compare the requirements and the process, you will find them maybe 70% different, especially if a female and a male. Okay. Now, definition 3.10, user satisfaction lifetime is the change by increase or, again, this is not the user lifetime, no, the user satisfaction. As we said, satisfaction is a target to be achieved. So if I achieve this target by quantitative and qualitative requirements and variables, then this is, but when the user satisfaction lifetime is cut or destroyed or stopped, is the change by increase or deterioration in the user satisfaction life cycle. Again, the user satisfaction life cycle change by increase or decrease in the satisfaction requirements until that the stator satisfaction process is terminated.